there. Well, I have to say that my first online lesson, which was in fact 3 lessons, went really, really well today. I have to say that I started really badly because I'm a complete idiot. I knew that, but it's been confirmed. Because 1 minute before the meeting was due to start, I decided to unplug a cable, and then I suddenly realized it was the Wi-Fi connection. So I panicked, and obviously my first thought was they're going to fire me because I'm not going to be able to offer teaching today. My heart stopped, as you can imagine, but luckily I was able to plug the cable in, and after 3 agonizing minutes, internet came back. In my first online lesson, I had to teach 5-year-olds. It was something I was dreading because I thought, how do I do this? But I'm going to reiterate what we've been saying in these last couple of audios. A good teacher is a good teacher, and good teaching is always is good teaching, regardless of the teaching tool. So I did exactly the same as I would do in a normal face-to-face class. In the first class with my 5-year-olds, I only had one student. So that made life much easier because I didn't have to worry about muting, unmuting all different participants. I didn't have to worry about all sorts of issues. The father was present in the room, which I knew was going to happen, as I told my colleagues. The children will not be unsupervised, there will be someone with them. And it was quite funny because I used the father in parts of the lesson to maintain role plays with the only student I had. This has been an incredible experience, and I think a very good PR experience, because I demonstrated that I think I'm a good teacher. I spoke no Spanish whatsoever, only English for 55 minutes with a 5-year-old, and the student was able to do everything I asked her to do. Obviously, today I started with my routines and everything that she was familiar with to ease her into the system, but she coped very well. In fact, I think she was much better at it than I was. My second group, they were 7-year-old students, and it was a bit more chaotic because they were all really, really excited. I have to say that I was excited to see them, and I felt again quite emotional to see their faces after 7 days. And it was great to see that they were fine and they were willing to be guinea pigs in this new product that we were offering our students. And luckily in this group, they're all girls. They are diligent. Sorry for those boys, sorry. They were all girls, super diligent, super keen, and it was an absolute pleasure to teach. In my third group of the day, I was teaching B1 PET students. I only have 5 students, and they all turned up punctual. I can't say eager because they are adolescents, but it was absolutely wonderful to see them as well. We managed to do lots of things, and I used the breakout rooms on 4 different occasions to get them to carry out the different B1 activities. I felt like a pro. I felt like an expert. Now we're just going to go into this breakup room, and I would like you to maintain a conversation with your partner. I was using the chat for error correction. I was sharing my screen to show them my PowerPoint presentation. And I thought, well, actually, I can do this. It's not as difficult as I thought it was going to be. So this is day one. Obviously, there's still loads and loads of things I've got to learn. Obviously, it's a long process, but I'm going to get there eventually. So let's finish again with our positive message. We will prevail. And of course, it is difficult. Learning how to ride a bicycle was difficult. Those first driving lessons were also a nightmare, but we did manage to do it. So remember, just keep at it, keep experimenting, keep working, keep watching webinars, keep attending online courses, use your unsuspecting relatives and friends as guinea pigs. And in the end, I promise you'll get there. I do want to say, I don't want you to think that I am super wonderful and I've become an expert in 2 days. But obviously, being thrown in at the deep end and having to do it because your job depends on it is something that really spurs you on. So, We're still, yes, here we're still down in lockdown, sorry. And yes, it's still quite depressing to look out your window and see the sun shining, the birds singing, but things are looking much better now. I'm still a good teacher and I've demonstrated it today. So if I can do it, so can you.